Hello Internet, welcome back to the Roottrees Are Dead. I have some unfortunate news. The original recording for this episode kind of corrupted and got very framey and hard to work with. And of course, that only fell on the finale of the original campaign, which is and has been very disheartening, because for a while I didn't know what to do. So I found a solution, and here it is. So the first 5 minutes of this video, I couldn't really easily replicate. So that is unchanged. It's going to be a little framey and a little hard to watch, so I'd appreciate if you stuck through it. After I get, spoiler alert, the next 4 names locked in, I have now went back in, I replayed the game, and completely doubled the footage that I originally got, this time in the full 60 frames per second, and everything looks great. It was a little bit painstaking. I made a couple mistakes, as you'll see in the video, just trying to play catch up with my original narration. So this is new video over the original narration and all the solves in my same thought process. So I did not re-record the audio of the entire episode. I didn't try to fake it. This is the original video as intended, just I put the duplicated video over it. It's basically we'll call it a remix or a replication. Now, if you really don't want to be bothered with that and you just really want to see exactly as it is, I have the proof. If you click the link in the description, I uploaded the original version of this entire video, unchanged, untouched, just as it is in its terrible original format. So click the link in the description if you want to watch or just listen to that version. Otherwise, I have this modified version for you for our finale of the original campaign. Again, I apologize for this. Sometimes my computer just decides to not do stuff, but when we're 15 episodes in, I didn't want to give up, and I want to create the best playthrough possible. So here it is. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. What's up, Internet? Welcome back to the Roottrees Are Dead. In the last episodes, we've been figuring out the last couple people in the family. We have 4 people left, which we've basically identified at this point, but we're still looking for the last 1 or 2 pieces of information that will get us to full completion. We have spouses that we need to lock in. We have an occupation that we need to find out, and we have a couple of photos of stuff that we need to find out also. So yeah, this is the big reveal. Let's see if this all kind of comes to pass. Left, we have 2 pieces per evidence here. These are the only things that say we should be able to find something off of. So this will be our primary targets here. Unfortunately, one of those is the Roottrees, and that doesn't help us a lot. So yeah. In the last one, I think what we did was we decided that we would be able to identify some stuff off of some of the stuff that it's cluing there, I think we've identified already. So now it's just about figuring out what did the rest of them do. I think we need to do a hard dive on Robert Roottree and Ronald Roottree. So let's go to it. I know we've done this before, but let's just do our second look. Head of RR Productions. Defunct production company responsible for Brother Trouble. You find a comment on a Usenet board stating that Brother Trouble ended up being an ironic name considering the rumors about RR Productions. Ron and Robbie Roottree. Okay, we've not fallen down. Also, that wasn't a thing before. I don't think Search Productions was a thing before. There's not much relevant information about Robbie Roottree. In a comment thread on a message board about television cliches, you find a thread called "Why Was Brother Trouble Cancelled?" One user speculates, I think it's because the writing went really downhill in season 2. They actually had an episode where Roxy was addicted to sniffing markers. Another person replied, maybe it's due to the rumor about Robbie Rootree in Silver Screen magazine. There's a link to some kind of article, but it appears to be dead. Did you mean Silver Screen magazine? Of course I did. So there it is. Silver Screen magazine was a Hollywood insiders magazine focusing less on actors and actresses and more about the nitty-gritty of writing, directing, costuming, set design, film promotion, and other elements of filmmaking. Sounds right? That sounds like my wheelhouse. It ran from 1983 to 1983 to 93. It was bought by a bigger, more recognizable magazine a few years ago, and the website now redirects to the new magazine. The new magazine doesn't appear to have any relevance to your case. Okay, so now let's go to... And... There's an article about Ron Rootree from 1984 entitled Don't Blame Nepotism, He Gets Results. After finding some small screen success, first as the director for many soap opera episodes, then stepping in as the showrunner to turn around a few struggling productions, Ron has decided to start his own television production company. Ron was born in the US, but grew up in Paris with his once famous mother and his brother Robbie. He gobbled up American cinema wherever he could, and when he was old enough, returned to Hollywood to attend film school. He brings a special kind of charisma and an eye for unusual shots, particularly when it comes to comedy. Those he's worked with have gone on record saying he's an attentive director who can work with actors to make sure the timing of a joke lands perfectly. Ron plans to pitch new shows to major television studios as soon as 1986. Until then, he plans to find the right project. He has occasionally called upon his younger brother for script punch-ups and has thought about bringing him into the fold. So his brother's probably a writer, and that's why the writing has gone downhill, right? Small Rumors article from 1980. Whoa. Why can't I speak? Why is that not possible? Blah, 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 blah. 1992 that claims that television screenwriter Robbie Rootree was allegedly tried and convicted under the name Robert in a French court of law. It seems he, again allegedly, embezzled money from the company RR Production to fuel a gambling habit that left him hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. He then fled to Paris, where he grew up, and then Silver Screens continues to insist this is all very much allegedly, assaulted an officer who came to question him. The article's author says they were unable to get a statement from French authorities, but received information from an anonymous source and were able to confirm through public record that there was a trial involving a Robert Rootree around that time that Brother Trouble was canceled. Interesting. Okay. So you're a writer. Screenwriter. Yes! That was all he needed? I didn't think all right. Ooh, the number went up. Locked in everyone in the Free Spirits photograph. So yeah, these two are housewives. No optional entries, huh?
To my genealogy genie. If you're reading this, it means you've locked in 49 blood relatives. Congratulations. I knew you could do it. There are 2 more entries on the family tree I'd like you to consider. These last 2 are optional. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end your search and reveal the truth. So make sure you're ready.
I'm ready. Yep. I figured. These last 2 are optional and won't lock in until you say, I'm ready. You can summon me whenever you wish. However, this will end the search or make sure you're ready. So I have to type them in. Christ. Okay, so also good thing to know, and I think I was right, that is not Elias. That was part of me doing that to see if it would lock in. That is Elias. Or sorry, that's, what's his name? Edward Clancy Rootree is his name. And that's not going to lock in until we 100% confirm that. I wonder how did the rest of this stuff get locked in? So we have literally 3 people left. And then photos? Apparently we have photos to find too. I wasn't sure if we were going to get more stuff. Okay, so this is good though. So that means that the only thing left to pull from is just the basic stuff. I wonder if we can use the new periodical just to see. It wouldn't be, though. It would have to be... Who else do I owe a picture of? Carl Roottrees? How about... Silver Screen Magazine, huh? So it would have to be... I wonder if I just looked up Gwyn, would that work? She's probably past her time there. You find a few cast listings and advertisements for Gwyn Roottrees' old movies in older issues of Silver Screen, but none of it seems relevant. Okay, how about... There... Nope. On-camera stuff? I don't know. They're actually a little young. No, actually, Raina should be able to be on there. If that was relevant, she would be there. How about just the Roottrees sisters? Oh. None, really? So... Oh, and pictures weren't locked in. So this is not him. This is... Right? Because that's what that means. And this should be Clark then. Because it said that that picture had Clark and Jim. Yeah. Okay, so those are... Got that. Now, there's another picture of Carl somewhere. I don't know what I'm missing. It's actually a little scary because I was like, where else could I get that information from? All right. Well, let's do this. So you are Edward Clancy Roottrees, and you're guardian, adoption, or otherwise. Your actual mother seems to be Patricia Christensen. Right? Because they said that she looks like her. So there's another picture of Elias and Carl. It's like it's a weird amount of people. Or like the places where I need to be finding evidence is really strange. Elias and Gwyneth. Maybe I just look Elias and Gwyneth up a little bit more. Maybe see if I can find that. Five pieces. Family Man. I know we did this, but... The book is impossible to find. Gwyneth. wonder, could I go to... Oh, whoa, okay. The Butler County Times has had consistent ads for tours and demonstrations as the first Anderson maple farm for a very long time. The farm also appears every so often in a section about things to do in Butler County. It seems that twice each summer, the Roottrees Candy Company's current head of farming, Miss Cattrall, returns to Butler County to demonstrate how 5 pieces were made at the beginning of the century. The demonstration provides free samples of the original 5 flavors. They cost quite a lot to attend and sell out every time, so the Butler County Times recommends getting tickets the moments they go on sale. The ads and blurbs do not have any other relevant information. However, you do learn that the farm offers discounts on Tuesdays. Because Cattrall, yeah, is in Sam's family. Okay, that's cool. It's good to know. Right, because we have the farmers in the family. Wait, the current head of farming, Miss Cattrall. Oh, they're talking about Sam. Yeah, they're talking about Sam. Because they're saying Mrs. That's good to know. This is not gonna work. I would love to know how to get the rest of my evidence here, right? Oh, no. Because at this point, I don't think it's anything that I've tagged. I think it's just something that I've missed, like the RR Productions from the last thing. And I feel like it's useless to try to follow... I wish they didn't cross these out. It looks like I only have one more piece of evidence, but that's weird because if I have a photographic evidence of Elias, Carl, and these two, there's no way. There's not a picture that includes all 4 of them. Maybe it's a photo of the 3 of them and another, like a painting that they're standing in front of for Elias, but that's the only thing I could possibly think of. But Guy Hudson... Guy Hudson doesn't come up on the thing either, right? Not really. It wouldn't be in there. I just feel like I have to go through all of these. Oh, Guy Hudson, along with his twin sister, are no strangers to the public when it comes to Roottrees snacks. They both appeared in the company's advertisements as children during the Boys and Girls Agree era. Now Guy's taking over the Roottrees company at the end of the year, right? Who would have known that one of those 2 adorable redheads, Guy credits his mother and father, Andrew and Christopher, with providing his fiery dew, arguing over everything but chocolate, would grow up to take over the whole company. I needed this a while ago. Guy's uncle and current president Zachariah has decided to take an early retirement to focus on traveling the world with his wife. Zach was quoted as saying, "Now that our daughters have started families of their own, Clara and I plan to reflect..." Clara. There we go. Okay, that's something. It's basically a crapshoot. One or the other. Clara and I plan to reflect on a life well lived. Guy is new to the business world, but he's family. We at Roottrees have faith in his innovative ideas and is eager to share them with the world. We like to think that Boys and Girls Agree he's ready to succeed. There it is. You find a site about successful ad campaigns. One of the ads listed is from the late 50s, Boys and Girls Agree. It's a series of television and magazine ads for Roottrees chocolate bars. The ad campaign is described as having the premise that boys and girls are often diametrically opposed, except when it comes to one thing. Both of them agree that Roottrees is their favorite. The first advertisement of the series was the most memorable due to the bright red hair of the boy and girl involved. One of the magazine advertisements has been added to your evidence. Yeah, okay, great. Cool, so that's these guys for sure, obviously. So we got They couldn't have been more spelled out than that. Okay, so that's those guys. Now I have Carl still here. And no other picture. I'm going to just quickly scroll through and make sure I didn't miss a picture of Carl somehow. Nope. Right? No. I think I've probably locked in all of the people in all these photos, but I could be wrong. Again, I'm never gonna take something for granted. Let's just do it. Right, no one in the background there. Okay, yeah, so I still think I need... Yeah, it's still saying I have... Well, actually, that might be just me pulling more stuff. I have to figure out whose wife is who. So it's Joan or April? Joan or April? I wonder if there's any... Did anything that for Jim? I mean, if we had even Edward's... Hold on. No. How about November? Here's the only other thing I'm thinking about is that her mother, November's mother, is black. I can't tell that off of a name, but I wonder, because Lauren had said something at some point about... There it is. My brothers all seem to be pursuing Path of Knowledge. Pop seems to have gotten over it because Edward is set to take over his... It was illegal to marry anybody south of Pennsylvania. So that's... But she doesn't mention names. So I would need Joan or April is what I'm looking for. It's got to be in the updated. If it's going to be here, it's going to be in this one. Okay, let's check this. Ernie, Patsy. I can only imagine. Eli's marriage seems fine. Yeah. No, I don't see... It says November here, but that doesn't give us context. I just need another thing of Carl. I don't know where I would possibly find that. Carl is mentioned in the Butler County Times quite often, including an article that mentions our Ernie Jr. Most of the articles concerning Carl are not important. The plane crash is too recent to appear in these archives. One announces Carl's marriage to Brenda White in 1978. I'm just gonna put that in a highlight. They were both in their early 20s. Another seems even more frivolous. Apparently, in 1981, Carl got quite drunk at a charity event and broke his arm falling down some stairs. The article that also mentions Ernie is from 1996, when Carl took over as the 5th president of the Roottrees Candy Company from Ernie Jr. Ernie Jr. apparently liked to stay out of the spotlight and never appeared in the Butler County Times, other than a few mentions here and there. The article does mention an illness as the reason Ernie Jr. was stepping down. There's got to be something I can pull from this. No, that's too specific. It's usually... Maybe I just do... No. From here, I would take it, and then... Ernie Jr. was a former president of the Roottrees Candy Company. One website says he was Carl's mentor. He's apparently very successful as a president, but not so much as a public figure. He was rarely seen in public and stepped down due to illness in 1996. He has since passed away. No. I need a picture of Carl. How the hell do I get a picture of Carl? Maybe, do I do his kids? Really, nothing in the Butler County Times. Okay. Oh, they might not. Well, no, they have to live. They're gonna live near where the factory is, right? I'd have to assume. Okay, so we have everybody. I think pretty definitively Patricia Christensen is probably her actual mother. No one wants to say that EC is the dad. And I think this person that's talking to us right now is Sam Roottree. You could summon me whenever you wish. Oh, I think that's just saying we could just call it in whenever we want. It's weird that we could interact with that shelf and then do nothing. I mean, I feel like we have it figured out. Clara is his wife. I just need... Actually, I don't even really super care about the picture. I'm just worried that I'm missing something. But, like, names, I just don't have a name. And because neither of you take a name, it's, like, crazy. Monroe or Quaritch? Maybe I just Google Quaritch, because it's such a weird last name. How about Joan Monroe? Yeah, we're not going to find them. They're not public figures. So it's... And there's no picture of them, so there's no hope. It's really one or the other. I would love to not guess it. Because we got this far. I would love to not have to guess who the last person is. And also have a picture of Carl. And Elias. Where is this picture of Elias? I feel like I just go through and just... In a weird way, I feel like this might work just for some stuff. Invented 5 pieces, was Watchman of the Year, and had strong focus on family. Can I just go back to that? What the Elias Roottrees was awarded Watchman of the Year in 1936 for his accomplishment of rolling out 5 pieces to a global market. Notes from the article and a scan someone made of the cover have been added to your evidence. Oh man, come on. Shit, wait, so that means I can get the other one probably. Did I not do this? Fuck! Carl Roottrees was voted Watchman of the Year for 1987. The cover and the summary are... Okay, this is where we're gonna take this. Okay, so Elias Roottrees was voted Watchman of the Year by Business Watch in 1936, and a painting of him appears on the cover. A painting of him. Inside the article is a timeline of 5 pieces. 1908. Elias forms the Roottrees Candy Company after marrying his wife, who inherited a maple farm. During the period before 5 pieces, the company is barely profitable. Elias has a daughter. 4 more to follow. Elias invents 5 pieces. Each of the 5 flavors is chosen based on the initials of his 5 children, 1 flavor per child. 5 pieces are first sold in some Pittsburgh markets. The new recipe and flavor is finalized, and the candy begins nationwide distribution in department stores and other shops everywhere. So they changed the recipe once they had Miracle and let that go, and they basically buried EC. The Roottrees Candy Company purchases every available maple farm in Pennsylvania with the help of his son Elias Roottrees Jr.'s architectural firm. A new industrialized factory is built. There's also a What's Next section that claims Elias is going to pivot to ensuring his company's legacy. Clansid Trust. Okay, so if we were smarter, we would have gotten Clansid Trust probably a lot faster. And then Carl Roottrees has been voted Watchman of the Year in 1987. For and about corporate leaders. Before they married, Carl's wife Brenda was a fashion consultant. When Raina was born, Brenda retired to become a stay-at-home mother. Looking for a creative outlet, she spent any free time she had at the sewing machine. Raina's new clothes were a hit with other parents, including Carl's cousin Jim Roottrees, a notable singer who had a young daughter around the same age as Raina. Word spread. By 1982, patterns were being copied by other brands. Seeing the demand, Carl and his second cousin, Ernie Jr., who had just become president of Roottrees at the time, spearheaded Root. Other blood relatives who have a say in the company's finances refused to fund anything other than candy, so Carl personally spent his entire inheritance to bankroll the clothing company. When the profits began to appear, however, the rest of the family changed their tune. They repainted an investment, and now Root exists under the umbrella of the candy company, and they all benefit. Per tradition, or perhaps superstition, new clothes always debuted the way the first ones did. Raina became the catalog's cover model. As she grew, the product line expanded to older kids as well. Her younger sisters were then recruited to show off the baby clothes. Carl was voted Watchman of the Year primarily for his personal gamble and the ensuing payoff. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. You definitely did that, Carl. Good job. Yeah, this is a weird grid. This made me feel like there was only one thing left, but there is not. Okay, great. So that's Elias. That's Carl. Okay, so now it's just a crapshoot, one or the other. Does this... No, okay, so there is no... Somewhere it says who is April and who is Joan. And I'm not sure where... Is this going to lock in if I do this one way or the other? How about the other way? No, it's not. So I have to talk it out to lock it in. I feel bad about that. I feel bad about just picking something. There's gotta be something. No, they need both. Anything about... Trying to think about what pages would have something about that generation. Okay, here's my only thought, and this is a huge long shot, but April having a daughter that's November just feels like that's correct. You don't just name your daughter November, there's a reason for it, and if your name is April, that makes a lot more sense. I'm gonna run that. I think I have to. Okay, here we go. All fields filled in, all photos filled in. Come on. This will end your search and reveal the truth, so make sure you're ready. I think I'm ready. Finished, the Roottrees Are Dead. But first... Yes! I did it! Wow. Wow. You did it! Family tree complete! Finish the entire... Or the achievement is filled it in the entire thing correctly. Oh. Oh, hello.
So, you thought EC was Edward Clancy Roottree? And partial credit. I'm
Partial
Sam
credit?
Manson, though you know me as Samantha Roottree. Yep, I got old. The only picture you have of me is from 40 years ago. My book tells the truth about Elias, the 5 pieces, and my parents. Not
I
my
figured,
biological
okay.
parents, Elias Jr. and Patsy. My fathers. Edward Clancy Roottree
Fathers!
and John Miller. By now, you've
Whoa.
either read Lauren's diaries, or you're just an incredible guesser. Lauren was right. I hated the 5 pieces. She just didn't know my full reasoning.
I had Mr. Miller too, but there was no reason to believe that he was a
Edward
father.
Clancy was a great man, but his identical twin Clancy and his father, Elias, were not. At age 16, my father was caught kissing a farmhand. Back then, they wouldn't even acknowledge gay people existed.
Oh, yeah.
Having one in the family was unthinkable. The same year, I was born. A bastard granddaughter. 2 stains on Elias's perfect family. He decided to fix both. They tried to erase Edward Clancy. They even removed his 5 pieces flavor. His name was deemed a dirty word. He became EC. We were sent to the farm, and the 5 pieces did their best to keep the next generation away, to isolate me from family. But Elias couldn't erase us from existence. Laura never realized I was the little girl from her diary. Who could blame me for being so confused that day? Her father was an exact copy of mine, except without the beard. And while the 5 pieces celebrated a new factory, farmhands did the real work. It's a fluke there's a picture of my father at all. But there he is in the background. The 6th 5-piece. Patsy returned, and things got complicated for Elias. She fought for my freedom.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
from a
whoa, whoa,
life
what
she
is this?
unworthy. Elias relented, so long as I never learned the truth or receive inheritance.
This is new. Wait, I didn't get this.
I helped my father.
Whoa, okay,
At
there is
Elias's
evidence
will
I didn't
reading,
see.
I learned part of the truth. The rest I learned at home. I began to hate the 5 pieces. My father made me stay silent. He was worried history would repeat, and that his grandchildren would become outcasts. His fears weren't unfounded. As you know, my son Ernie died a few years ago. He had trained to take over as president, but due to family politics, or perhaps hubris, it went to Guy. A real root tree. He nearly ruined the company. When Ernie took over, he saved the operation. Over 13 years, he made the family billions. Ernie earned about $36. They got by on Debbie's salary, but when he fell ill, he couldn't pay his medical bills. His death was my tipping point. Originally, my book was meant to expose Elias's hypocrisy. Until I started to look into the other dirty laundry.
Oh, yeah, look. Right, because RR sues...
Ron tried to have Robbie removed from the trust, but couldn't. Robbie was a blood relative, even out of wedlock. That sounded familiar.
Cool.
The Clancid Trust that Elias established was designed to secure his family's future.
So, right, he couldn't be taken off of it even though he had gambling problems.
His entire family's future. He couldn't write exceptions in without the whole thing falling apart. My book can definitively prove that Elias was not the paragon of virtue he's heralded as, and that my daughter and granddaughters are just as much family, at least in the eyes of the Trust, as anyone else. The Clancid Trust will secure their future. They can decide what to do with their shares. But I'm old, and I'm not in it for the money. The truth has been eating away at me for years, but now I can set the record straight, thanks to you. As someone who enjoys searching for the truth, you might understand the power it has. Whitewashing the past to protect the status quo can lead to repercussions in the present and future. I appreciate what you've done for me. You uncovered enough to make a strong case. If and when the truth is fully accepted, my share of the Clancid Trust is yours. Looking at the family tree on your wall, now with my father's, everything finally feels complete. Unless a whole lot of somehow appear
I
from
get it.
nowhere.
So we're
This is
going
the
to
last
add
time
more
I'll come
people
knocking.
to this
Thanks again.
family
So
tree
long.
probably with that second campaign. That was great. I'm a little upset I didn't get the Mr. Miller thing because that was right there. Oh my god, here we go. Thanks to your hard work, Sam Madsen's book was published. It received mixed reviews. Life went on and a new president took over the company. The Roottrees family faded from the news cycle. Ooh, interesting. Then everything changed. There's another mystery to solve. Roottrees Mania is now unlocked as a new game. Oh man, that's not good. Cool. Okay, so yeah, I figured that wasn't gonna... Oh, okay. Cool. Does Mr. Miller get locked in here? John Miller. Yeah, we never had a full name. I don't think we ever did. So I think the game was a little bit nice to us on that because we couldn't have gotten that, I don't think. I think we might have been able to guess it, but I don't know if it ever gave us John Miller. I know it gave us Miller, but I don't know if it ever gave us John. There were clues there for that they were roommates, but it's tough. It's tough with the guardianship stuff. I guess the only other time it happens when there was like a gay relationship. So that made it obvious, but cool. I really like that. This episode is long, but this is the end of the main game at least. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the work we did. No hints. So screw you, Leduc thing. I did not use you even once. I'm very excited about that. And now I'm very curious to know what comes next. What is Roottrees Mania? What does it do? And what do we have to do to increase this ridiculous family tree? I don't know, but we'll find out in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a like and subscribe if you want to see future episodes. We got probably a lot more to come, so we'll see you in the next one.